What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel, aka MKO Boxing. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. Also, follow me on TikTok, all that good stuff. So, let's get into this one. This one, I'm just going to speak about a bit of breaking news. I heard some details about this yesterday, and that is regarding Conor Benn and Conor Benn's return to boxing, which looks likely to happen now. Those of you who may be unfamiliar, Conor Benn came up with some adverse findings and some failed drugs tests back in 2022 when he was due to fight Chris Eubank Jr. And these failed tests, interestingly, were not with the UK Anti-Doping Agency, otherwise known as UCAD, but they were with VADA, who's worldwide, and they have two different jurisdictions. UCAD is obviously with the UK, VADA is international, and they work with various boxers all over the world. And those were they didn't fail on UCAD, he failed on VADA. But what happened afterwards was that he went to the National Anti-Doping Panel, I believe that's the NADP, and he went there to appeal the failed test, claiming he was innocent. I think those guys were happy that he was innocent, that he didn't intentionally take PEDs, but then that got appealed by UCAD, which meant that for him to fight, he wouldn't be able to get a British license. He's since had two fights in America. Nothing too special. I think Peter Dobson, he's been fighting sort of nondescript guys up at high weight. So he hasn't, he's still been able to fight, but they've been in these sort of smaller shows in America. So since 2022, the failed test, he hasn't been boxing in England. He's boxed a couple of times in America. So now the latest on this story, I'll just read it. This is coming from the Sky Sports website, and it just reads as follows. It says, an independent national anti-doping panel said it was not comfortably satisfied that UCAD had proved Conor Benn had committed a doping offence ahead of his fight with Chris Eubank Jr. in 2022. British Boxing Board of Control has yet to confirm whether his licence will be reinstated. So that's just a short summary of what's happened here. So as I said earlier in the video, the National Anti-Doping Panel, they said it was not, in their words, comfortably satisfied that UCAD had proved Conor Benn had committed a doping offence ahead of his fight with Chris Eubank Jr. So in their eyes, in the eyes of the NADP, which they're kind of an independent body who deals with the drug testing. So you can, in this case, you've got Conor Benn versus UCAD, and these guys are kind of independent, supposed to be impartial as well. So what they're saying is, in their view, the onus seems to be on UCAD to prove that Conor Benn committed a doping offence, and they're saying, well, we're not satisfied that UCAD have proved that, and therefore, we don't believe Conor Benn should be banned, and we're not happy to say he's guilty. So in their eyes, he's innocent, really, because if they've not proven anything, then obviously that means they're saying he's innocent. And Conor Benn made a few statements after to say he's a man of God, and he looks forward to working with the British Boxing Board of Control in the future and stuff of that nature. So, but as they said in the article, it's still yet to be seen whether or not the British Boxing Board of Control is actually going to reinstate his British boxing license, because I think he kind of, when all this went down and he had the failed test, he was very upset, and I think he he shied away from the board. He didn't want to come before the board. He was so upset that he would even be considered to be guilty, and he didn't want to come before the board. And I'm not sure, but some say he threw his license away or whatever. But anyway, the board are yet to sort of speak on this and let us know whether he'll be reinstated. But it looks like from this summary, from what I've read and what I've heard, Conor Benn will soon be able to box again in the UK. So that's good news for him. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. What do you think about Conor Benn's case? Obviously, it's been now 2 years since he's fought in the UK, and since that Chris Eubank Jr. thing. Let me know what you think about his case, what you think about NADP, National Anti-Doping Panel, and UCAD. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And until next time, it's MKO Boxing over.